Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Ramayana133. As you may remember, Vasishta told Bharata to get the funeral rites together since Rama wasn't in town to do it. Perhaps Bharata detected a touch of a sneer in the last words of his guru, or perhaps he imagined it. If he did not reveal that he was aware of it. He wiped his eyes and silently followed his guru to where his father was, and Shatrughna accompanied him. Bharata saw his father. Because of the soaking in oil for a week or more, the king's skin looked a little bit yellow. He had been placed on the ground where darba grass had been spread, and it seemed to Bharata that his father was sleeping. There was an expression of infinite peace on the face of the king, and to Bharata, who had not seen the king in agony and pain, the sight was all the more heart-rending. He wept like a child and said, "Father, king, emperor, how could this happen? What thoughts were lodged in your mind when our beloved Rama left you and went away? I was away and I knew nothing of this. Father, separated from Rama, where have you gone? How can you live even in the heavens when Rama is not by your side? Who will rule the country without you on the throne, and with Rama, the rightful heir, away in the forest? The city has the appearance of a beautiful woman who has been widowed, and like the night without the moon, it is dark and frightening." Vasishta tried to help Bharata recover from the fit of gloom into which he had fallen. He said, "Come, Bharata, compose yourself. Get up and perform all the rites calmly and bravely. You are a prince, and you are brave and firm. Do not give way to extreme sorrow. It is weakening to the mind. You must cast off this sadness." The Kula Guru Vasishta had already collected the articles necessary for the rites. Ritviks and priests had assembled in the hall of the great palace. The home fire which the king was wont to worship daily was brought from the place where it was always kept, and it was now worshipped, with oblations poured into it. All the rites were performed by Bharata, with Shatrughna standing by his side. The young prince spoke not a word and did not shed a tear. He said nothing and did everything which he was asked to do. The last moment had come in a palanquin decorated with flowers and with silks. The servants of the king, with their throats choked with unshed tears, carried him to the ground where he had to be cremated. Ayodhya was there, every single one of the citizens. Death had vindicated the king from the censure of the people, and their anger was all against Keki, and the king was pitied and mourned by all. The pyre had been prepared with sandalwood and other woods, which gave forth fragrance when burnt. The woods were sandal, sarasa, padmaka, and devadaru. The fire, which was said to transport him to the other world, was properly worshipped by the Ritviks. Samaveda was recited, and, as was the custom, the funeral cortege left the palace. The queens went with it in their palanquins. The king was placed on the pyre, and Bharata touched it with the sacred fire. Dasarata soon became one with the elements, and after they had bathed in the Sarayu, the royal family and others returned to the palace. The nights were spent on the bare ground by the queens, Bharata and Shatrughna. On the 12th day, the Shraddha was performed, and on the 13th day, gifts were given away to the poor and Brahmins, as was the custom. Cows, houses, goats, clothing for them were all given away, and the prince was bountiful in his gifts, even as his father had been. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.